I'm going to read one of the more important pieces in the Pig War section of the new book, A Time Before Slaughter and Pig War and Other Songs of Cascadia. And this is dedicated to Beaver Chief, who was my teacher and my friend and a board member of the organization that I founded in 1993, and who taught me a lot about Shaker Church. Many songs which come to me in some incredible moments. One when I was lost in the woods, or about to be lost in the woods. It's called Death of an Indian, Birth of a Shaker, and it's about the founding of the Shaker Church. November 1881. To the great spirit chief, Sachton had been a bad Indian. Drinking and hard living had left his body weak and open to evil spirits. A Squaxin, Sahiwamish logger, worked hard, drank hard, was said to have broke his neck, and 5 Indian doctors with scallop shell rattles, feather suits, and incantations. 5 Indian doctors with a healing song from Duncan, perhaps, a vowel-laden full moon canto howled into November, Skookum Bay, Hammersley Inlet, air no use. The bottled one broke his neck, left his body at Skookum, and his soul, maybe in a clam basket the giant ogress keeps, maybe in a canoe headed to sea, maybe coyote knows. Hua Buletza, Mary Thompson to settlers, bedside, a niece Nancy George in the corner, bit of red suspender wrapped around Scoosachton's, John Slocum's, head. Only weeping now. Send 2 men off to Olympia for the finest pine. Tell the cousins Scoosachton was no more. Tell the uncles drinking wine Scoosachton's neck lost. See the robins make the snowberry branches bob. Hear wind kiss November evergreens. Hold this moment in time. Let grief well up from the large intestine and slow take over the neck and all skin. Scoosachton. His last breath left him, soul lifted by bright light upwards, met by a procession angelic. Meanwhile, somewhere beyond the veil, somewhere under obsolete constellations near a silver river where no demarcation between tendons and star stuff, comet tails and entrails, embutido in nebulae, Scoosachton had some explaining to do. Past a picket-fenced yard stands a house, door open, house empty except for what he knew as a presence. Another door open, a well-dressed man asks, "Do you believe in God?" This is no trick question. One could end this way. Spin the meat wheel again climb back on, start over, again carnet roulette. I could have been better. Agonies again. I could have been free of ligaments and tendencies. This, all Scoosachton was now, skin without a boat. Meat about to climb back on the wheel. It ain't home, but somewhere close. I hear Charles Lloyd play Migration of the Spirit, and Salish singers with similar songs, queued up to wail beside pine, but no. There is another door, and on the wall a large photograph of that bad Indian, Scoosachton, drinking, fucking, puking in snow, glass crash, fist fight, every bad act of his 40 years, whiskey, tincture of Jamaica ginger, gambling, reenacted, wicked technicolor for him to chew on for a few long moments of purgatory. Down, 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 some furnace in the basement, bodies of drinking buddies, crackling in the fire. Ashes to ashes, tendons to stardust. Start again, wicked Indian. You need this skin boat no more. Who'd not want to haggle right about now? What would you do if all the lovers of all your years passed by at midnight dressed in the flesh they wore when you last loved them? Denial turns to dealing, and this offer comes straight from the angels or God, a spirit great and benevolent, some luminous divinity capable of showing Scoosachton his wicked Indian fornicating ways, to offer mercy, mercy, mercy. Offer sobriety and upright morality. Take the white robe, candles, and bells. This is a bell ring. Take 2. Led to a room upstairs, And then the roof, the view, an ancestral homeland, all coast, a giant glaciated breast, and game, and clams, and kingfish, stick games and songs, enough cedar for 80 armadas, enough huckleberries for mountains of pie. Enough. Which way to heaven now? Siab. This is not blackness, only black plasma and imagination just behind the curtain. Back at a grief-struck bedside, sisters weeping, Nancy sees Skusachton's toe move. Mary Thompson says, "Stop looking at the body." Next, a hand twitch, then his head, then Skusachton, delivered from evil, sits up, regains consciousness, his broken neck healed, his need water, but not from the vessel that belonged to the sin. Water, weak, he won't go back to his old bed. A white robe for a new morality and mission. Confess, he urged. Make all right, lest the burning furnace, lest your spot in heaven be denied, and then build a church. Forget the coffin now, just around the river bend. Heaven gave him eloquence, ability to hear voices. You shall live on earth 4 weeks. Get busy. Bells, candles, crosses, flags, albs, holy pictures, with festooned churches from Squamish to Yurok, from Chemainus to Taloa, Nanaimo to Nez Perce, Quillia to Umatilla, Ho to Cowlitz and Silence and Klamath to Muckleshoot and Snoqualmie, Quinault and Skokomish to Tulalip and Musqueam, Songish, Colville, Cowichan, Swinomish, Hoopa, Chehalis, Squaxin, Lummi, Upper Skagit, Wasco, Warm Springs, Nooksack, Macau, Clallam, Yakima. Cascadia gets its own religion. Skusachton had a body without a soul, had a light like a sun trying his soul, had 4 weeks and one last chance. A year later, Skusachton sick again, and remember Mary, Huabuletsa, bedside Mary? Mary got the shakes. Not from drinking. No, not from drinking. The shake, a healing shake, a fit, as in the spirit canoe ceremony watermen would talk about. Power enters poles drummed on roof boards, or planks conducting like lightning rods, or Huabuletsa, dear sweet Mary, here to shake the daylights back into Skusachton, John Slocum. Shaking, noetic illumination, shaking, direct experience of divinity, shaking, shake that bell, carry that rhythm, loan your throat out to the all-too-silent antepasados, shaking, widdershins, stomping, smoke-free and sober. Why'd this scare the shit out of the white man? Settler prehension, one regulation at a time, punishable by torture or slaughter. Notice to the Shakers, you are hereby permitted to hold meetings under the following conditions: on Sundays, not longer than 3 hours at one time, and on Wednesdays, not longer than 2 hours at one time. The following regulations to be observed: first, keep windows or a door open during all meetings, and second, use only one bell to give signals, not continuous ringing. Third, do not admit school children at night meetings.